Picture this. I'm drawing Vi, from Arcane. One eye. Absolute masterpiece. I'm like, okay, yeah, I nailed it. But then came the other eye. I tried to just copy what I'd done for the first one, and, because the perspective was a little off, let's just say that Vi looked like she had some kind of weird Two-Face crap going on. Ever been there? No matter how hard you try, the second eye has either been punched or blinded by a flashbang. But hey, we're fixing that today. Ever wonder why one eye turns out perfect and then the other one just looks, it looks like it's a completely different face? There's one simple thing that most artists skip, and it's a total game changer. Think you can eyeball it? Pun intended. Even the most experienced artists know that references are their secret weapon. References help keep the proportions consistent, especially for things like the space between the eyes, how they angle on the face, and the lighting, and the form, everything. Without one, you're basically trying to solve a puzzle blindfolded. Find a photo. Maybe take a photo of yourself from the angle you're trying to draw, or just find one from Pinterest or Google of the same angle. Have you ever tried to draw a 3/4 view only for the eyes to betray you entirely? Well, there's a way to fix that, but it's not what you think. Sticking to only front-facing practice is stifling your progress, because all it's doing is allowing you to draw one specific way. If you can only draw one specific way, what are you doing? Every time that you draw something, it's just going to be practically the same. There might be subtle differences, but you gotta be unique about it. You can't just recycle stuff. I mean, that's it's almost like AI. If you have a bunch of things that look very similar, will actually make your stuff look more AI. Every angle changes how the eyes relate to the rest of the face. Practice builds muscle memory, so when you're drawing from imagination, you're not totally guessing. Here's a fun exercise. Sketch 10 heads at different angles and only focus on the eyes. Play with things like how they tilt, overlap, or change size. You'll notice patterns that you haven't seen before. Those patterns are probably going to be the things that make it easier to draw heads and eyes. Now this one's for all of the times that you have drawn a beauty of an eye, but then you cover it up with hair because you don't really know how to draw the other eye. S in the chat for our fallen comrades. One eye is perfect, and the other one, it looks cursed. This one trick is the ultimate sanity check, and you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Flip that canvas. You might have heard this tip before, but seriously, if you have, you're clearly not doing it good. Your brain gets too cozy at staring at your work the same way. Flipping it tricks your eyes into seeing what's actually wrong. The wonky angle is the entire image weighted off to the left for some reason, and you don't know why. You can fix that. In digital art programs, there's usually a shortcut for flipping horizontally. For traditional art, hold up a mirror or take a photo and flip it. Insanely effective. Now, what if I told you you could spot every single mistake in your drawing? Not just in your eyes, but the entire drawing. Well, there's a built-in tool for this that you've probably seen but aren't using enough. Zooming in on every detail might feel productive, but it's like trying to see a mountain through a microscope. You're missing the big picture, literally. When you look at a smaller version of your piece, your brain focuses on the big picture instead of the tiny details. It's a spotlight on the biggest problems of the drawing. Turn on your navigator, zoom out or take a step back, then fix what feels off, rinse and repeat until both eyes are playing nice with each other. The best part, this is not just about eyes, it's a trick that levels up everything you draw. Once you master using references, practicing tough angles, flipping your canvas, and checking the big picture, you'll notice your overall drawing game improving. Not just for eyes, Hands, faces, props, animals, you name it. So now you know how to draw the other eye. But what about heads? Watch this video to learn how to draw heads better and get one step closer to creating characters that turn heads. Pun absolutely intended. Don't miss it.